Mile 22.
22.
6:01. Oh my God. Hi. I'm dying. Whew. This finished.
Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of the sub 3 hour marathon training series. I'm joined today by my good friend Harsh, better known as Harshy the Runner. Harsh is actually going to be doing the 22-mile run with me today, except on the bike, because he's dealing with an injury right now, and he is planning on running grandmas as well, looking to break that sub 3 hour marathon time. And today we're gonna be talking about how to improve your long runs. So the first tip on how to improve your long run actually begins the night before, and that's with a proper night's sleep. After an entire week of putting in easy runs and speed work, the long run is the last thing you want to do, but the best way to make sure you show up ready to do the long run with your best effort is to make sure that you're getting ideally 7 to 8 hours of sleep the night before. This will help make sure that your body is well rested and recovered to tackle the long run with hopefully no issues.
I'm just practicing
Let's wait,
right
let's
now.
wait.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I know. Keep filming and then just hit it and fall over.
You would have to keep that footage, come on.
That would be so bad. Like, well, now Harsh isn't running the marathon
At all.
because he just crashed his
And we
bike.
caught it live.
So tip number 2 on how to improve your long runs is to fuel on your long runs. Fueling will allow you to have sustained energy across the entire distance of your long run. Instead of starting really high and then slowly crashing over the distance and then finishing by hanging on by a thread. And I know you're thinking fueling sounds really expensive for every single one of my long runs, but the last thing I want to see for anyone is for them to put all this time and effort, time away from family and friends, only to show up on race day and have everything fall apart because you didn't practice taking your gels like you practiced everything else in your training. I know, I was thinking, dude, because your injury, you should wear Heelys on race day.
Oh,
so
man.
you'll have running shoes,
Yeah.
but then when you're struggling, you can just like get up on your skates and like
Skate through.
along.
Like, this was
Everyone will
me
be
in
like,
training.
How does this guy go from running a 10-minute mile to like 3 minutes flat on all the downhills? You can just get on your Heelys
Yeah.
and just
Oh,
skate.
man.
Tip number 3 on how to improve your long runs is to incorporate speed and or hills into your long runs. And I already know what you're thinking. Wait, hills? Hills make everything worse. How is that going to improve my long runs? But hear me out real quick. Adding speed and or hills into your long run won't improve this long run per se, but what it will do is improve your mental and physical state for the most important long run, which is race day. So your half marathon or your marathon, because there's gonna be a point in that race where you might hit a hill or need to pick up the pace because you're starting to get tired, and training that during your long runs is the difference between hitting the wall and falling apart or being able to push through and finish your race strong. Oh, look at this. Oh. Dude, that was so bad. That was like, I was trying to film catching it, like grabbing it, and I'm pretty sure I almost just missed both. Tip number 4 to improve the long run is what I like to call blocking. Blocking is a mental practice that I do to help reframe my mindset later on in my long runs, because long runs are just as much mental as they are physical. So what I do with blocking is take miles near the end of the long run when I'm not feeling fresh, I'm struggling, and I may be starting to break down mentally. I look at the run and try and reframe those miles. So example, I'm on an 18-mile long run. I just hit mile 12 and I got 6 miles left. So instead of looking at those 6 miles as, oh my God, I just ran 12 miles and I still have 6. I'm dying, I don't know if I can finish that. I block those 6 miles into, I just got a 10K left. I run 10Ks all the time. This should be easy. Mentally reframing those miles can help change your mindset, which may be that little push you need to finish the long run. And the same goes for race day. On race day, you will hit a point where mentally you start to break down. This, your physical, that's already trained. You've done 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. You get the picture. You've done the work. Physically, you are ready. But if you haven't been practicing mentally on how to push through near the end of a race, that could be the difference between you finishing strong and you not finishing at all. So being able to block those miles into something positive instead of negative could be that difference
on race day and in every long run you do.
If blocking is a technique that doesn't work for you, here's another technique that I use for the hardest miles in a marathon, typically the last 6 miles. I dedicate those miles to loved ones, and that helps me push through the difficult times of a race.
And tip number 5 on how to improve your long runs is recovery. That's right, recovery's on here twice because it's that important. Just like tip number 1 with proper rest, which I believe is crucial to every run, not just long runs, proper recovery after your long runs is just as important. If you do not properly recover from your long runs, or just any run in general, you are risking potential injury, compound fatigue, and stress to your body, which can lead to you underperforming, which in essence will not improve your future long runs or your future runs in general. So getting proper recovery is just as important as every other tip to improving your long runs. So those are my 5 tips on how to improve your long runs. I hope you found this video informational and helpful. If so, please do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and leave a comment with any tips you have that you use for your long runs. I don't know, it just feels good. It probably won't feel good in like a half hour.
Yeah.